students here, KLF, and I want to talk about for a moment the difference between true clinical trial agreements, where we're talking about a sponsor contracting with an organization on behalf of a PI, versus what we call direct agreements or investigator agreements with sponsors. And the reason that we really want to talk about this, especially as lawyers, is we need to make sure we understand our risk profile. And while I know all you PIs out there are fantastic clinicians, scientists, researchers, all the things, not all of you are necessarily excellent at negotiating contracts. And the same goes for site owners, administrators, and ops folks, right? Not legal advice, obviously have to review your individual situation. You opt for a sponsor to organizational level agreement, and you'll see your larger research organizations, your academic medical centers, etc., usually go this route as well. Now, some would say that's because that's the opportunity for the organization to take benefits off the top, like IP, or to negotiate things like indirect costs to benefit the organization above and beyond what that PI or that research team is going to be paid or provided. That also means that organization is taking liability and potentially indemnification for you and your research team. It also means that they're ensuring that certain compliance obligations are met, not just on paper in the contract, but actually by the organization. And chances are you're probably getting some decent resources from your organization as a part of having it be a sponsor to an organization level clinical trial agreement, as opposed to a direct to investigator agreement. We had an investigator at the academic medical center I was at who wanted to actually execute a direct agreement as opposed to going through the organization. And in addition to the fact they were faculty and they couldn't do that, I actually sat down with my supervisor at the time to understand what would be the difference in the risk, the legal ramifications. Why is this investigator eager to pursue this? And most of it was time, right? We could turn it around a lot faster, and the investigator, frankly, would agree to all sorts of things that the organization would not agree to. But again, that's because we were trying to protect those PIs. And it's no different even outside of an academic medical center. Your organization likely has resources and experience in negotiating these agreements in a way that's to your ultimate benefit. So please, 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 not that a direct agreement doesn't have a time and place, but be careful contracting out there. And if you get lost, give us a call at KLF.
Call, click, or email.